One of my new fears lately is that I'll wake up in 50 years and realize that I spent way too much time refreshing apps and not enough time creating moments that actually matter. And I think it might just be time to change that. We have been married now for 579 days. As you can see, I am not home. I am in Amsterdam once again. One thing about having flexibility and time is that I am putting a lot of importance now on, or now, been, but even more now, on just spending time with family and getting out of the house and staying off of my phone. I checked my screen time 2 weeks ago and it was 62 hours for the entire week. And then last week it was 56 hours. So I'm doing better. I just could do so much better. 18 hours on TikTok, 12 hours on Instagram or something last week. Too much. So today I'm in Amsterdam. I'm hanging out with my family. We are going on a boat trip through the canals, I think. Girl, I don't know. All I know is that one of my mom's really good friends got a really good deal for like €1 for us to take a trip on some boat. And that's what we're doing. Adventures on adventures. We made it into the city. It is a lot colder than I thought it was going to be. It said it was going to be 10 degrees. It's not. Thankfully, got my scarf. But it is what it is, girl. We're here for the vibes. We're here for the fun. We decided to get some churros at a random spot. But they look good. Do they taste good? Mm-hmm. We're at the first canal tour company, Amsterdam. It's the first one. Look, Amsterdam Central is right there. And then it's the first one. And the boat looks nice. Look at how nice the boat looks. I'm feeling Instagram pictures.
Kan je het zo houden voor het? Ja. Dan is het een beetje? Ja. Maar allemaal op de laptop. Maar de kerk, zie je de kerk? Ken de kerk? Ja, zie je de kerk? Ja. Kijk. Oh ja, leuk.
We are on a boat trip at
Yes.
this point in time.
Yes. So we're going to, I think, just ride around. I don't even know how long it is. Do you know how long it is?
No, I think it's at 60 minutes
Oh, yeah?
on the board.
Okay, so 60 minutes.
60 minutes!
60 minutes of exploring Amsterdam.
Exactly, via the water.
Yes. Probably get some history.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
Some type of audio tour thing that you have to connect to, audio guide.
Ooh, okay. That's
Yeah.
good tips. Good tips.
I like
Bring
it.
your own device. Oh,
Yeah, so you have to do it with your phone, I think.
that's not handy.
No, because I don't have
Do we
headphones.
have? Yeah. I have seriously found a new love for Amsterdam. I remember when I just moved to the Netherlands about, I want to say 12. How long ago did I move here? I moved here 11 years ago. And I remember thinking like, oh, I'm so overstimulated every single time I'm in Amsterdam because there's just so many tourists and blah, 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 blah. But whenever you change like the way that you look at things, if you focus on the little things, the good in things, you really notice how beautiful a place could actually be. And that is what I am noticing here. Like, it is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, it's a little dirty here and there, don't get me wrong. Very crowded here and there, but it has beauty. And a whole lot of beauty as well. Like the buildings and the details and the design, it's absolutely gorgeous. Super beautiful. Heb je die gezien? Oh, that one's gorgeous. Wat die bedoelde ik, ja. Soli de o Gloria. And it looks like it's for sale. Should we buy it?
That to me sounds like we have a year long to create lifelong memories, and what gets better than that?
We have been married now for 581 days. I have to be really honest, I am not in the mood to do anything today. It is 17 degrees outside, and I'd rather be outside than be inside working on content. I have an idea, right, that I've been meaning to work out for the longest time. I'm going to do a video today for the YSL, where is it here? This YSL eyeshadow palette. I already did my eye look. It's a contour mini clutch and it looks like this. I actually received this when I went to that event, remember, in season 2 of Richly Married. There's something about this series that really has my heart. I remember when I kind of got the idea for it and got reminded that I should start filming when I was at the beach. Good times. Good times. I'm going to get myself a little more excited to film and get content out because we have a lot of things that we want to achieve and they cannot get done if I do not work. Something very interesting that I think about often that I've seen either on TikTok or Pinterest, I'm not really sure which one of them, but if I've seen it somewhere, probably TikTok or Pinterest, but it's a quote that went something along the lines of God parting the sea because Moses took a step. So I have to take my step so God can do the work or bring the opportunities and everything for me. So I gotta do it, you know? I can't just sit on my behind, go outside and sit in the park like what I would rather be doing, right? And expect things to happen. I need to put in steps and get things done. I think if I had like an actual outfit, it would be easier to do. But this one's also really cool. Okay, they're not as ugly as I thought they were. I just shot the pictures and the videos that I wanted to film. I forgot to tell you, but this morning and yesterday actually. Yesterday I came back from my parents' house, by the way. But yesterday my mom came to me in the morning and she was like, "Did you just add me on Facebook?" And I was like, "Add you on Facebook? What are you talking about?" And then she showed me that someone made a Facebook page using my name and my picture. And then this morning I got messages saying that someone was following them on Instagram, asking me like, "Oh, did you make a new page? Because I see that this page just followed me on Instagram." And then I went to my following, like my notifications, and that same person that made an Instagram pretending to be me also followed me. And I thought that was very weird because why is this happening? So I forgot to tell you about that. I asked everyone to report the pages and hopefully that's going well. I try to stay off of my phone, remember? Very, very real struggle. But to continue the saga of trying to stay off of my phone, I am going to cook and I'm going to read my book and wait for my husband to get home so we can spend some time together because it is definitely necessary. On a beautiful day like today, like I have to enjoy a little bit of the sun. We have been married now for 584 days. I had to go get my book because I am about to go on a very long train ride to Rotterdam to go hang out with my cousins. Kind of out of breath. So because I have a train ride of an hour and a half, I think usually when it comes to train rides that are just to go like hang out for a day, I don't really take my book with me or a book in general. But I want to do that a little different today because I gotta stay off of my phone. I didn't check my screen time yet. We'll check it tomorrow, but I really have to stay off of my phone. So we're going with a book. I've been reading Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. Something about the title just kind of got me. The fact that on the cover of the book, it said with a new chapter on everything I know at 30, and the fact that I'm turning 30 in a couple of weeks, which is insane. I say a couple of weeks, it's actually more 2 months. But that's the reason why I actually decided to get this book, and I'm really enjoying it. I am almost halfway through the book, and I'm gonna be so sad when it's done.
That's amazing to see how this show has impacted so many people for so long.
We have been married now for 585 days. Today is a Sunday, and I really wanted to have a relaxing Sunday. But you know how you think you don't have anything to do, and then when you start to think about all the things that could be done in a short amount of time? Yeah, that's happening right now. I've been putting off a couple of things that I really need to do, such as wash my makeup brushes. I have not been putting off meal prepping, but I really want to start meal prepping again. I feel like if I meal prep, I can really work on having more nutritious meals. I feel like that's something that I really want to work on. I also have to do a couple of house things because the clothes need to wash. I want to tidy up the rooms. Also kind of want to go on a walk because it's very nice outside. It's been nice lately. Like the last week, it's very much looking like spring is on its way. Yesterday was gloomy, rainy, but today, once again, blue skies, sun shining. I'm loving it. Also, this morning when I was in bed, I got my notification that there's like a screen time report. For some reason, I felt like I was doing better because I wasn't on my phone as much. But then I also forget that me using YouTube, even if it's in the background, also counts for my screen time. For example, yesterday when I was in the train, at some point it got so rowdy and so crowded that I put on my headphones to put on some jazz, like background ambiance type of music to just kind of like calm the vibes and, you know, make the whole experience a little more romantic, right? And that is obviously also counting as screen time. So I have like 2 extra hours of screen time just because of that. And my total screen time was 52 hours. I am spending too much time on YouTube, which realistically, when my YouTube is on, I'm doing something. I'm not just sitting there watching YouTube the whole time. If I'm going to sit down and watch YouTube, I watch YouTube on the TV. And the watch time for YouTube is 11 hours. So I want to say that I could kind of deduct that. Can I? Girl, I don't know. All I know is that I really need to continue prioritizing time off of my phone. A way that I really enjoy doing that is one, by reading, like I told you. I'm really enjoying stepping away from it, but I'm noticing that I have a bit of an issue with like the lack of dopamine that I get from reading. I feel like for 30 minutes I'm good. After 30 minutes it's like, okay, let's do something else, right? Another thing that I really enjoy is coloring. It really helps me to stay off of my phone, but when I do that, I have YouTube in the background because then I want to either like have someone like talking in a vlog, or I'll listen to my jazz ambiance, which also still raises the screen time. However, I think maybe what I need to do is really look at scroll time and not necessarily screen time, because that does make a difference. I feel like the issue really is scrolling, not necessarily my phone. So maybe we should look at it that way. Maybe. It is hours and hours later. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not in the mood to do anything, but I already made my macaroni. I decided that I was going to do macaroni salad. Oh my gosh, I forgot to take out the chicken. Okay, for my meal prep for tomorrow, I'm just eating macaroni salad, no chicken. And then probably on Tuesday, I'll have to get myself to make some grilled chicken because I just cannot be bothered today. If you don't know this because I didn't tell you, but I'm having a little bit of Sunday scaries because I am starting a new job tomorrow, which I am really excited about. But you know how the thing goes. You sometimes feel a little, anxious. You don't really know what to expect or how everything's going to go. So I am kind of in my feels, which is why I'm not in the mood to really meal prep. However, this macaroni salad is so easy to make. It'll take me like 10-15 minutes and then I can eat out of it for a couple of days. So that's why I want to make this. My husband is busy making English muffins. I already have, or he, say I as if I'm making it. We have some dough right here for the English muffins. And then we're going to have like breakfast muffins that we can go to work with. So that'll be my breakfast. And then I have snacks. I have healthy snacks. And then I have one sweet snack. And then I also have macaroni salad for lunch. One thing that I love about working in like corporate is when you have the breaks, right? You could plan them in ways that you'll get excited about it. For example, I'll start my day, I'll have breakfast with some fruits or whatever, maybe without fruits. And then I already know that around 10 o'clock, I'll have a little 15-minute break. In that 15-minute break, I can eat some fruits or, something a little healthy. And then at around 12:30, I'll have lunch. I'm excited for my lunch because I prepared it, right? When I finish my lunch, I can be excited for the next break that I'm going to have. So then I'm going to eat my sweet snack. And then I know that in a couple of hours, it'll be 5 o'clock and it's time to go home. That's how I like to plan my day. I know it kind of sounds a little crazy, but when you have something that you're looking forward to snacking on or you're looking forward to eating, for me, it just makes my workday so much better. Also, the fact that I'm going to be doing exactly what I want to be doing with my life, but the food part is just a little added excitement to it. Starting this journey, I can honestly say that I'm feeling a little different. I'm not there yet. My screen time is still way too high, but I've learned that the smallest shifts can change everything. And for now, I think that's enough. See you next time. This one's on. I think that one was off.